Laete Discipuli. We are going to be working our way through the last paragraph of the Servius Tullius story. So you will need this to help you with the labeling and translation of this sentence. So let's take a look at each sentence. Our first sentence, post multos annos filio Tarquini habet uxordes filias servi Tulli. So we'll notice here that the word Tarquini is in italics, which is letting us know that's that genitive again that we've seen several times in this story already. And then you see the phrase uxordes filias serviteli, and that's in bold, and the glossary tells us uxores means wives, the daughters of Servius Tullius. And it gives you a little note about that in the glossary. Uxores is a third declension word, so that's why that es ending is there instead of what you would expect seeing an as. And then Servi and Tully are both genitive as well. The next sentence, unus e filius bonus est, unus malus. So unus e filius is in italics, and the glossary helps us out with that. It is literally translated as one out of the sons, but that phrase is basically idiomatically translated as one of the sons. So unus is a word for the number one, and aphilius is a prepositional phrase. And then unus, again, in the second part, is also the adjective. And the declension for that is exactly what it looks like and what you would expect. And then next sentence, very similar, una e filiabus tulli bona est una mala. In this one, we see that unus is feminine instead of masculine, as it is in the previous sentence, and a filiabus is very much like a filiis. And notice that abus ending is letting us know we have a word that looks very similar. So it's filiis would be sons, filiabus would be daughters. Tulli is a genitive of possession for Tullius. So the format and layout of this sentence is very similar to the previous one, only it is feminine, talking about daughters, whereas the previous one was talking about sons. And in our next sentence, get the thing to advance. Duo mali duos bonos artemis necant. Okay, so duo and duos in italics are the words for the number two. Their declension is a little different than what you would expect. So duo is the masculine plural nominative form of the number two. Duos is the masculine plural accusative form of the number two. And then in the next sentence, tam malias filius malam filiam in matrimonum ducet. Malus filius and malam filiam is what you would expect with the endings there. In matrimonum ducet, it literally means leads into matrimony, but you can translate this idiomatically as marries. So you can make that whole phrase as marries. Now, ducet, take a closer look there. That's a little different than what you're used to seeing. That it ending, that is a third conjugation verb. So that's why the ending there looks a little different. I've split the next sentence up in half because it is a compound sentence and there's a lot going on here. The first half of it is pretty straightforward. Servium tullium where malus necat et ... The one thing I will caution you about with this sentence, pay close attention to the endings. They did not adhere to traditional Latin word order here, so do not make servium tullium the subject of the sentence because it is not in the nominative case. The second half of the sentence, filiae servi femina mala caro super corpus argit. And then most of that is going to be pretty much what you expect. The things that we have here set off between the commas, this is another example of the appositive. So it's talking about the daughter of Servii. So this is the genitive as well, which is in italics in your book. So that's letting you know that's the singular genitive format there. Caro is what we would expect. Super corpus is a prepositional phrase. Super means over, above, on top of. Corpus is a neuter word in the accusative case. It is a third declension word. That's why the ending looks a little different. Do not make this masculine singular nominative because it is not. And our last sentence, fairly straightforward. The only thing you might need a reminder on is the word rex. We've seen that before. It is the word for king. It is masculine singular nominative because it is in the nominative case. So after you've gone through this sentence, the parsing, the labeling, and translating the sentence, for tomorrow's assignment, I will post a video for you to check your answers and do a comprehension quiz. If you have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.